Well, good morning, everybody. Back over here first thing bright and early this morning. Going to finish stacking the fire up, get rid of most of that stuff. Should burn down pretty quick, there's not a whole lot left. We're going to load out the rest of this bottom mess junk that I've pushed up. Go over there and put it into the borrow pit. Push this dirt down. May need to dig it a little bit bigger. We'll haul a few more loads over there to the backside. And then finish cleaning up. I got one little pile there, and then those ashes are going to be a bit of a nightmare. It's a fair amount of ashes, but we got to get this equipment going, and I got to put a little bit of coolant in that truck first thing this morning. Well, let's get started here by loading out some stuff down here. All that mess I pushed up from down here. I'm gonna take it over there and put it in the pit. The good thing is this stuff doesn't stick in the truck bed like that clay does, so I don't have to sit there and keep scraping it out. So that's one plus side. Got the fire stacked back up this morning. There's not a whole lot of it left, so that should go hopefully burn down pretty quick. Frozen. Pile moved, and then I'll sit on top of that other row over there, and it'll be a little more easier to load. Back up there beside me, it's a little awkward right here. All right, let him go. Dump that. Well, I'll load out another one. Get another one ready. Go over there and watch him back down into the pit real quick. We'll see how well this works. I took the dozer before I left, pushed a ramp down in there. That's as far as he wants to go. That's as far as he wants to go. I was hoping he'd back on down here a little farther. It's kind of leaning a little bit, not being centered. It's all right. We got a bulldozer. Track over here real quick and just rake this stuff down with the excavator so that he can back farther into the hole and start from here and start kind of filling back. I might have made that a little too steep there. Fire's back going pretty good, so I need to run over there, push that up. Wonder if I can just drive down the ramp, kind of push this stuff with the bucket. Try that and kind of track it in as well. I forgot that's actually, I think that's the first time he's ever hauled a load with that truck. It's similar to Barney, it's just a little bigger. Operates a little bit different, which kind of gives you a little bit of a weird feeling when backing down a slope like that. I've got actually probably more experience in that size truck because that's the exact same truck John has. So I'm pretty comfortable in that. Down, I'll get him to just kind of roll it in with the truck. That way it kind of mashes it in here pretty good. It'll pack down pretty decent. Alright, well, let me go over there and push the fire up, and then I'm going to load out a few more loads of this stuff. Let's see if this is a little more efficient loading it out this way. So it's up here on top of the pile. Scoop it up and put it directly in the truck. So I've looked at that tailgate, and Mike was here yesterday, Dirt Perfect. We had to do a couple video things, and we were looking at that. Best I remember, because I helped John put the one on his truck, we can take those two bolts out on each side and it just drops out of that flange. And I just take the whole thing off, take the cables off, and just go set it off at the shop there. There should be a lifting hook back over there. It should just pick right up, I think. So we will assess that on another day. Currently it's not bothering anything, and I'm not sure if I need to haul. I don't know if I have to haul any brush on my other job where I'm taking it to or not. Barney is going to go to Jeff's, and it's got a haul brush there, so that's why I'm taking that truck there, because it doesn't have a tailgate on it. And then if I get I mean, we'll figure it out when we take it off, how big of a pain it is to put back on. And I'll just determine if I put it back on to move dirt or not. so much better out here with this mess cleaned up. Let me knock this down just a little bit so I'm sitting just a touch more level. Fill all this in. I'm probably going to have to either extend the pit down or dig another one beside it. I may just extend it down. We start doing those ashes. That's going to be, oof. Not looking forward to that. That's going to be brutal. He was able to back on down there pretty good. Dump it right in. There we go. Now we're kicking. That log right there can probably go to the fire. So we need to dig the hole a little bit bigger for those ashes to fit in and get some good coverage. So I'm gonna let Robert load and haul. I'm gonna jump on the dozer, start knocking some of this down so I can see if we need to add any more dirt anywhere else. I'm getting all this dirt knocked down. I'm gonna get him to bring me probably 2 or 3 more loads right here. He definitely made that load count, my gracious. Got the money's worth out of that one. Going up. At least the dirt's not sticking in the truck too bad today. That's not bad at all. That's a big pile of dirt. Let's get a few scoops of ashes here. So it's a little more slow going. Because I gotta get little scoops. Kind of place it in the truck and it doesn't quite get so dusty. We're just going to keep loading this way. As soon as I set up and change around, the wind will move direction, so make the best of it. Looks like this is maybe won't be so terrible. Gotten a little bit of moisture. That's why I try to keep kind of moving the burn pile over and over so it kind of give the time for the ashes to cool off. This is definitely going to be the most time consuming part, is getting this mess right here scooped up and moved over there. show you how much stuff's left. I think it's buried in there. Alright, well, it's going to take a little while. I'm going to sit here and keep scooping this stuff up gently, putting it in the dump truck. The joys of loading ashes. I'll get a video on the next go. As soon as I set up, the wind was blowing that way. As soon as the second scoop blows towards me. So let's see what it looks like. This is kind of a mixed load, so it won't be horrible, but it should have a little dust. Get our pit filled in here. I was able to use a lot of that dirt up there for the arena site, which is what my plan was. See if I can get a video of this without getting drowned in dust. There we go. That wasn't too bad. We'll definitely need to blow the equipment off when we're done. For sure. Okay, back from lunch here. I've got majority of those ashes cleaned up, and I went down there and raked the borrow pit down, kind of tracked it in. Got maybe 3 more loads right here. I want to get majority of this stuff cleaned up. That way we can clean the equipment off and it won't get covered in ashes again. So I've kind of rode the pile over here to the edge. That way there'll just be a scoop or 2 left. I can just dig a little spot next week to finish cleaning that up. We won't quite get done today, but we'll get majority of everything cleaned up. I'll get these ashes moved, then I'm going to jump on the dozer, start blading over everything, and Robert can start cleaning up that pile down there. Kind of like half on the pile, half off, so it's a little bit of an uneven ride here. Pull out these big chunks, throw them in the fire. Been some nasty stuff, but it's been a lot of debris. Like I said, not being able to log it like we originally planned added to a lot more stuff to clean up. That's a big old log. How'd that get buried in there? Break that in half. Like that log had literally been in the bottom of this fire since piling it up, and it's just as green and wet as it could be. It won't even break in half. Just throw that right there and call it good. So ideally it would have been nice to burn in a borrow pit, but as you see, stuff does get in the bottom of the pile and doesn't burn. Plus, as long as I've kind of been here, this has just kind of been a fill-in project to work on when I had free time. I was afraid that pit was going to fill up with water. Then you do have a sure enough mess. The good thing is the stuff you do pull out is like super dry for the most part, and normally burns really well if you stack it back in the pile. So that's kind of what I'm doing here, just to get rid of it. It's going to be dusty. At least we got a wind blowing away from me right now, so now's the time to do this. It was brutal there before lunch trying to get all this other stuff cleaned up. The wind would blow in one direction and then it would change. Just like, make your mind up. Blowing the opposite direction of me, I normally kind of get in a little bit of a hurry here and try to load it out as fast as I can, because I know the wind will change and then it'll be blowing back on top of me. So I get a little fast and sloppy here loading this stuff out when I know the wind's blowing away from me. That's a big stump. Maybe I can pick that out. Can't see. Stupid stump. Alright, I'm done with you. You're going in the pit. I ain't got time to sit there and watch you roll off the pile 5 times. Alright, well, we need to go dump this because the load's about to catch on fire. That's the last load right there. Got all those ashes cleaned up. Got that one little pile left right there burning. He's gonna dump this into the pile hole. It's gonna get dusty. Where'd the truck go? I'm sure that's great on my brand new air filters. All right, let me rake that out. I'm gonna let him clean that pile up over there and then start cleaning that last row up right there and covering this up. So Robert's gonna load out that pile down there. I'm gonna jump on the dozer, start up here and just trimming all this out. We don't have to run over this anymore, and just kind of push everything back over there where I'm top dress the borrow pit with it. Well, this Saturday we're gonna leave a little bit early. Still managed to get a fair amount done today. Got everything cleaned up. All these piles, all the ashes, got the borrow pit filled in. As you can see, I've got maybe 5 loads right there and a couple more loads right there. I'll need to dig another hole over there beside it next week. He wants to possibly go ahead and proceed with the horse arena, so I'm gonna set the laser up, go ahead and check some grades and figure out how much more dirt needs to be moved for that. Robert's gonna blow some of the dust off the equipment before all the dew sets on it, then it's hard to get off. So yeah, one more day here and I should have everything wrapped up as far as the clearing.